I'll share the. Okay. So thus we'll go for test engine now. So previously what we had done in Selenium is just we created every functionality in a single class and be performed and it been executed, right? Now onwards, what we are doing is we are going to create in multiple classes, like where you have worked with inheritance in Java. The same thing also we are going to work with the Selenium also. Now test ng is called nothing but a test next generation, called as a test next generation. First one. What is the use of this test engine? Using test engine, we can design frameworks. దీని ద్వారా మనం ఏం చేసుకోవచ్చు, ఫ్రేమ్వర్క్ డిజైన్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. There is a proper method for executing, for creating a project, executing reports, everything we can do it out. Using test engine, the user can create his own methods. మనం ఓన్గా మనమే మెథడ్ క్రియేట్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. We can create your own method. We can create any number of classes and we can execute and executes. Next, using test engine, we can generate the reports which are in the form of .xml file, the form of .xml. So next, we can set up the priorities based on the functionality. We can set up the priorities based on the functionality. Next, we can skip up the unwanted methods during runtime process. మనం రన్ టైం ప్రాసెస్ లో స్కిప్ చేసేసుకోవచ్చు. ఏ మెథడ్ కావాలంటే ఆ మెథడ్ స్కిప్ చేసేసుకోవచ్చు. నెక్స్ట్, there are some annotations which the user can use based on the functionality. So functionality బట్టి మనము కొన్ని మెథడ్స్ యూస్ చేసుకుంటాం. I'll tell you what are those methods also. Next, cross browser parallel testing is possible. Cross browser parallel testing is possible. So now whenever you go for an interview, the first question they'll ask you, how you are going to create your frameworks? Is there any methodology? Yes. Before going to the test engine, they use a tool called as a JUnit or test engine. There are different ways or there are different methodology where we can design your frameworks. The framework can be nothing but you have a data in your Excel sheet. You are going to map up all the data from the Excel sheet. Using that, you are going to write some script and you are going to integrate with the tool. You are going to integrate with the application. సో ఎక్సెల్లో ఉన్న డేటా ప్రకారంగా మీ అప్లికేషన్ టెస్ట్ చేయాలంటే కొన్ని స్క్రిప్ట్స్ రాసి ఆ ఎక్సెల్కి మీ టూల్కి ఇంటిగ్రేట్ చేస్తూ అప్లికేషన్ టెస్ట్ చేస్తుంటామట. సో డిఫరెంట్ వేస్ ఫ్రేమ్వర్క్స్ ఉన్నాయి, లైక్ కీవర్డ్ ఫ్రేమ్వర్క్, డేటా డ్రివెన్ ఫ్రేమ్వర్క్, లీనియర్ ఫ్రేమ్వర్క్, modular framework, and the last one is called hybrid framework. In companies, we are using keyword, data driven, hybrid. These are the three methodology where we can design it. So older version వచ్చి test engine, latest version వచ్చి older version వచ్చి JUnit, ఇప్పుడు యూస్ చేసేది ఏంటంటే test engine, test next generation. Okay, so these are the methodologies. Okay, na? So these are the first one. Using TestNG, we can design framework. Krishna, can you hear me? Chandu?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yeah. Using TestNG, we can design the framework. Mean that you can, the framework will tell you discuss with that. So actually test data from Excel sheet to generating the script, and they're going to integrate with the application. Now, user can create any number of methods. We already created some methods in this Java class. Void addition, void subtraction, void division. We have created our own method. Here also in the TestNG, we can create our own method. మనం method గా own గా create చేసుకోవచ్చు. Public void login, public void title, public void URL. You can create your own methods. Next, we can create any number of classes. Yes, class 1 extends class 2, class 2 extends class 3, class 3 extends, we can create any, and we can execute any number of classes. Third one. Fourth one, we can generate the reports which are in the form of XML file. You can create a report for a single class, or you can create a XML file for multiple classes also. Next, we can set up the priorities based on the functionality. For example, we've been working with, we have created 5 methods. I don't want to execute the 4th and 5th method. I want to execute only 1 and 2 methods. So we can skip, mean that we can skip up those methods. Enabled equal to false. If you make that, automatically those two methods will be skip up and the remaining methods will be executed. Okay, na? So we can skip up the unwanted methods. Next, we can set up the priorities. Manam priorities pet chesukochu. Which one we want to execute? I want to execute the login first one. I don't want to execute the title. I want to execute only URL next. So we can set the priority, which method you want to execute it. We can set the priorities. These things we'll see it out. Okay, no problem. Next, there are some annotations which the user can use based on the functionality. Yes, we have many methods are there. Before method, after method, before class, after class, before test, after test. కొన్ని annotations ఉన్నాయన్నమాట. So these using, we are going to use these annotations in the TestNG. Okay. Cross browser and parallel testing is possible. Already మనం చేసాం. Previously we worked with cross browser. What is the difference between cross browser and parallel testing? Anybody? Cross browser. Yeah, tell me.
Cross browser instances we can do testing from like Chrome and Edge.
Yeah.
It's a
Single application can be tested in multiple browsers is a cross browser. Okay. So multiple applications in multiple browsers parallel ga test చేసేదాన్ని మన parallel testing అంటామట. Okay. So that's the difference between these two. So these are all the different methods with operations which you can perform using TestNG. Now, so where we are going to create your class, you may ask me. So whenever we are working with the TestNG, we need to install the TestNG in the Eclipse. We need to install the TestNG in Eclipse, and where we are going to write your class in the TestNG class. Creating project package is common, but when you are writing the program, previously what you had done, selecting Java program, Java class. Now here we are not using Java class, we are using TestNG class. TestNG class. Now I'll show you next important is the default annotation in TestNG is @test. Okay, so we are using the TestNG @ one second, Chandu, 1 second.
Okay.
sorry for the delay. Okay. So the default annotation in TestNG is @set. So whenever you create a class, you will get a method called @test. So every functionality you need to start with @test. We need to start with the @test. Now I'll show you how to install the TestNG. If you have a laptop with you, that will be very easy. Okay, so installing TestNG. Installing TestNG into Eclipse. So can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
So I'm going to open my Eclipse. Now under the Eclipse, just click on the IDE. So now I'm going to create normal project, new Java project. Here I'm going to use TestNG. Click next, click finish. Now under the TestNG, right click on that, go to new, click on the package, mention as first session. Click finish. Okay, done. Now, what we are doing previously, go to new, click on the class. Don't click on that. We need to add your TestNG. So for that, go to help, and here you can find two icons. One is Eclipse Marketplace or install new software. You can use any one of this. Either you can go for Eclipse Marketplace or TestNG new. So install new software. So what I'm going to do, Eclipse Marketplace. Now click on that icon and you can search for TestNG for Eclipse in the Eclipse. Okay, na? So what we can do is just so it's delaying out. Okay, so here I'm just processing. Okay, so here I'm going to search TestNG for Eclipse. Okay, na? TestNG for Eclipse. Have you observed this? Okay, na?
Yes.
I have already installed it, so it's show that it's in disabled mode. Already installed it. Okay, I no need to install it. Well, if you are installing the TestNG for the first time, it will be enabled mode. Just click on that. Automatically, TestNG will be installed in your machine. Now, once it is installed, now if you have any doubt, you can ping me. I will help you installing. Okay, na?
Okay.
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 So steps. Open Eclipse. Click on help. Go to help. Select Eclipse Marketplace or install new software. Now search for TestNG for Eclipse. Click on install button. Next, during runtime, during installation, select Restart the Eclipse. Click next, click finish. So these are the steps for installing the test engine. Okay, na? Installing the test engine. Now, once it is installed, now see, I'm going to create already created package. Na? Just right click on that, go to new. Don't click on any class. Go to other. Already you installed the test engine. Na? See, test engine class. Okay, Chandu? Test engine class.
Yes.
Test engine class. Click next. See. So your project name is test engine. Your package name is first session, and you are giving the name something like I'm giving the name as program 1. And in this C, I told you just now, I told you there are some annotations. Which the user can be used based on the functionality. So these are all the annotations. Based on the functionality, we can select this element and we can use that. Right at the moment, I'm not using any methods. Just so if you want to generate the report, we can give a1.xml file. That is the file name with an extension XML file. Click finish. Click finish. See, what is the default annotation? The default annotation for test engine is @test. @test. So the default annotation is @test. So if there is an error, so mean that we need to add the library test engine library into your project. So if you are using Selenium, we are going to add Selenium server standalone jar file. If you are using TestNG, we need to add your TestNG library into your project. So what we can do is just place the cursor here, add a TestNG library. Click on that. So automatically your TestNG library will be added here. Okay, na? This is how to add your TestNG. Now click on the package and click on the class. Now we already created what is the file name? Program 1. Now we can create, for example, I'm going to use, so I'm going to write as something like opening. We can create your own method, opening browser. So I'm giving dummy application. Okay, just it's a dummy. So system.out application successfully opened. Now after that @test, we can, every method should have to start with the @test only. So public void okay na? Next @test, I'm going to create public void product details. Under that system.out.println product details updated. Now @test, I'm going to use public void something like payment details. Okay na? You can create your own method. Alage create చేసుకోవచ్చు. System.out.println payment updated. Okay, payment updated. Now under that I'm going to create one more method, @test public void delivery process. Okay na? Okay, Krishna, Sindhu. System.out.println
Yes.
delivered, successfully delivered. Now @test. So public void. So log out. Okay, log out. Okay, I'm giving log out. So under that I'm going to create. So system.out.println logged. logged off successfully. Okay. So I've been created. These are all the methods I've been created. Okay. Na? So all the methods, what are the methods have been created? First of all, I want to open the browser, customer details, product details, payment details, delivery process, logout. So these are all the methods. So now once it is over, now I want to compile the program. Run as, see, previously when you are compiling, it shows run as Java application. Here it shows as run as test engine test. Test engine test. See, how many tests you been, how many tests you been executed? 6. How many tests has been passed? 6. No failures, no skip. Okay, na? There you can find the here. See, application. What are the methods been executed? Applications successfully opened, customer details, delivered, log off, payment, product. Okay. Got it?
Yes. Yeah.
Now, there is no execution in a proper method. First of all, login, customer, product, payment, delivery, logout. It's not in that way. It's in zigzag model. That means that first open, customer, delivered, logout, payment, product. It's not okay. So what I can do based upon the priority, I can set up the methods. See, first of all, which one we want to execute it? I want to execute the login. So here you can write priority equal to 1. Okay, na? Priority equal to 1. Second one, you may ask me, sir, if I am not giving any priority, what will happen? If your priority is not mentioned in the method, based on the alphabetical order, it will execute it. Based on the alphabetical order, it will execute it. See, based on the alphabetical order, it will execute it. A, C, S, L, P. Okay, na? Alphabetical order will execute it. But if you give the priority, based on that, it will execute it. So priority 2. So I want to execute this method as a, so I'm going to use as priority equal to 3. Priority 3. Next, this one has priority equal to 4. And I'm going to use this as a priority equal to 5. And the last one I'm going to set as priority equal to 6. Now save the file. Now I'm going to compile it. Run as test engine test. So 6 tests has been run out. It been passed 6. No failures, no skips. See here executed. See application open, customer, product, payment, log off. Success delivered, log off. Okay. So this is based on the priority. This is based on the priority. Based on the priority. Got it? Note. So now note. If the priorities are not mentioned for the methods based on alphabetical order, the functionality will be executed. Okay, na? So now, sir, I don't want to execute my delivery process. I don't want to execute my delivery process. What I can do? You can skip this method. Just remove the priority equal to 5. Enabled equal to false. You can skip up the unwanted methods during runtime process. Previously, it executed 6 methods, right? Now it will execute only 5 methods. Since the delivered process is made as a enabled equal to false. Okay, na? Enabled equal to false. See, have you observed this? So application opened, customer, product, payment, logout. Delivery process has been skip up. Okay, na?
So yeah, can't we use double slash, sir? Because we used to use in case if we don't want to, execute that one, we used to use the double slash, right? Before and after the
So
line.
that's where you are using that in Java, right?
Yeah, in Java, yeah.
Yeah, here this is not a Java programming, right? It is related to the
Okay.
WebDriver, right?
Okay. So
Okay.
we can't use that one.
See how much, for example, I have written 1,000 lines of code. For example, consider that.
Mm.
How can you know which lines you want to make a comment? Tell me. You don't know, right?
Yeah.
So for that, what we are doing, we are creating a functions. We are creating a methods, right? And for this method, you are saying that, sir, can I put like this? Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can put up. There is no point of that. You can anyway the function is there now. Enable equal to false. If, for example,
Okay.
in this method, we are having 50 lines of code, right? For example.
Mm.
So how can you
Mm.
know? How can you put up this? You need to search each and every line, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's
So in
very
case
difficult to.
if
Yeah, tell me.
yeah, if we put this enable equal to false, so the whole method will get disabled, right?
Yes, the whole method will be disabled. It won't execute that method.
Okay.
Okay, na? The whole method will
Yeah.
be executed. You can write 50 or 100 lines, whatever it may be. It will skip up that method and it
Okay.
will, the remaining methods will be executed. Okay, na?
Yes. Yeah.
So this is the benefitable, right? When you go for Java programming, there is a lot of difference between the test engine and Java program. There we created methods, but we can't skip that methods. We can't use priorities there. But in TestNG, there is a proper way how you can design your application, where we can use the priorities, where we can create your own methods, where we can skip up the unwanted methods, where we can generate the reports, proper method on the TestNG dwara. There will be a lot of
Okay.
difference. Okay.
Yeah.
So it will be very easiest way when you go with the. Okay, na? So this is how we are going to run. So we already executed it. Now I want to take the reports. Right at the moment, we have taken the screenshot, right? But we haven't taken the reports. But using TestNG also, we can generate the reports, which are in the form of XML file. Now I'll show you how to report them. Now, once you create it, first of all, what we need to do is right click on the project. First, we need to refresh your project. Once you refresh it, you will get a folder, new folder. What is that folder? Test-output folder. Click on that folder, and there you can find index.html, or we can go with the emailable report.html. You can select any one of this. I'll go with the index.html. Right click on that. Open with web browser. Open with web browser. This is the report. This is the path. This is one test. Number of times, how many methods have been created, how much time it will take to complete this process. Reports. Now, so how many executed? 5. Just show that. See, opening browser, customer, logout, payment, product. Okay, now? Have you seen this? Got it?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So this is how we are going to generate the reports. So if you can convert into other also, just switch to retro theme. So there you can find the okay, see. Okay, so this is how you are going to generate the reports. Steps for generating reports using TestNG.